This is a tale based on two mountains, Mount Arayat of the Kapampangans and Mount Makiling of the Tagalogs. Apong Suku was the first inhabitant in Pampanga. He was the sun god of war and death, and he lived in Mount Arayat. He was a noble, gigantic being whose countenance reflected beautiful traits such as royalty, wisdom, faithfulness, ability, and love. He ruled over other creatures that in a latter period began to populate the region. First were the Black Aitas, the Baluga, and then the straight-haired brown people, the Kapampangans. He was noted for the splendid banquets he had in his palace, serving the most delicious dishes and using the finest dining sets. He taught the Kapampangans the industry of metallurgy, wood cutting, and rice culture. Apong Suku's subjects were as hardworking as he was, planting the sturdiest trees in their kingdom. One day, the Taga-Ilog, people living along the bank of Ilog Amaragul, which means Great River, cut down these big trees without Apong Suku's permission. So they were chased by the Kapampangans until they all reached Apong Suku's kingdom. The Kapampangans reported the misdeed to Apong Suku, who immediately discerned the validity of his people's contention. Furious, the Taga-Ilog threatened to return together with their queen, Dian Masalanta, the Dayang Makiling, meaning Queen of Mount Makiling. She was the Tagalog goddess of love, childbirth, peace, and the protector of lovers among the ancient Tagalogs. And the Taga-Ilog tried to attack the Kapampangans. Countless people on speedy boats came back to the kingdom of Apong Suku. Apong Suku was alerted. Soon, he brought with him two big rocks and he jumped into the river. The Kapampangans assisted him in filling up the river to reverse its flow. The enemies were helplessly driven back. Dayang Makiling acknowledged their defeat and thought of surrendering to Apong Suku. Thus, she changed the name Suku to Sinukuan, which means someone to whom others submit to or surrender. And from there on, Apong Suku became known as Aring Sinukuan, Aring being the Kapampangan word for king. Aring Sinukuan and Dayang Makiling had three daughters, Malagu, which means beautiful, Mainhin, meaning modest, and Matimtiman, charming. They married mortal men. Masikan, strong, became Malagu's husband. Matapang, brave, was Mainhin's, and Masipag, industrious, was Matimtiman's. This legend gives us clues on the intertwined history of the Kapampangans and the Tagalogs. Perhaps there was war when the Tagalogs first arrived in the area inhabited by the Kapampangans. Perhaps the dispute actually started with the Tagalogs cutting trees in the forest that the Kapampangans claimed their own. And it is very possible that the Tagalogs attacked using many boats in the Rio de Grande de Pampanga, and that they were repulsed by either the bravery of the Kapampangans or some divine intervention or both. And in like so many wars between nations, peace was finally achieved when the king of the Kapampangans married the queen of the Tagalogs. And history somehow tends to confirm this theory. For when the Spanish conquistadores arrived in Manila in 1570, they were greeted by Ra Suleiman, Raha Matanda, and Lakandula, Tagalog chiefs with undeniable Kapampangan blood. So much so that when the Castillas came back in 1571, it was a youthful Kapampangan chief from Macabebe, the brave warrior Bamba, called Bambalito by Spanish chroniclers, who defied them. Leading 2,000 Kapampangan warriors in 40 Caracoas, the youthful Bamba unfortunately died in the Battle of Bangkusay, falling prey to the superb firepower and advanced armory of the Castillas. Despite the defeat, he earned the respect of the Spanish chroniclers, with one even stating that Bamba was the bravest man in the whole island. Some historians claim that the Spaniards consciously changed the story of Aring Sinukuan. From the all-powerful sun god of the Kapampangans, he was transformed into Mariang Sinukuan, a diwata, a nymph, a fairy. Still living in Mount Arayat, the feminized Sinukuan supposedly was designed to help pacify the warlike Kapampangan nation. While most Kapampangans today know the Spanish-imposed Mariang Sinukuan more than the native sun god Aring Sinukuan, cultural revivalist movements like the Sinukuan Festival hopefully can help bring back the memory of the mighty god of war and death in the collective psyche of the modern-day Kapampangans.